finally back out of the 90s and down into the low 80s and 70s this week Fahrenheit, and hopefully it stays like this for a little bit longer. I didn't want to jump right into the heat of summer already, but I guess you make do with what you got. This is 1 week after planting, and when you get these videos, you're going to probably get like 3 videos all at once to watch. But I want to kind of keep in time with how their growth is doing. As you can see, the watering is working out pretty well over here. Right here concerns me. It's like, okay, we got a little drop here, a little drop here. What I'm thinking, but see, it's all part of this one strand. So I think what I need to do is clip it off right up here, put a stopper in it, and then get a newer hose, because you can see the guy right behind it. He does really well. Maybe get a new hose and get that part so that this row can get watered. The other rows look pretty good. This right here, it's getting moisture, so I'm not concerned, but that's the marigold. So just keep an eye on it. Right here is another one that I'm worried about. It's the water goes right here, and then it doesn't go any further. So I think I need to replace that one as well. The one in the back, curling around, it's getting water. So it's really good to come out early in the morning. We water at 7 o'clock, and I think right now I'm doing 30 minutes or 45. Can't remember. I'll have to go check. We'll go check together. Anyway, that's that. Eggplant's looking good. I'm not sure. Mom says when the leaves curl like that, it's not quite getting enough water. But I found the little watering guys down here. And I dragged another one over here. Now see, this one, the end of it looks wet. So water, if I feel over in that area, it feels a little damp. Yeah, it's not getting enough water. So I'll just bring the hose over and supplement it. But our smaller cherry tomato looks great. I was worried about it because when I planted it, it was limp. And I'm like going, oh, please make it, please make it. But it's making it, and it's getting to be the same size as my big beef, I think is what it's called. These are all Bonnie plants, Bonnie. That's the brand that's pretty popular out here, especially with Lowe's. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're using. Here's our zucchini. You could really tell the zucchini's taken off there. Lots of new growth in the center. This one's doing really well too. I'm happy about that. Each one has more than one plant in it. I think there's like 2, maybe 3. I don't have success when I try to take it out of the container and break the roots apart so that you could have multiple plants, you know, throughout the garden. So I just clump them in there. And I only do 2 for this area. I tried to do 4 one time, and it was just like a choke fest. Everything was choking each other out, and when you get more leaves, you promote more rot on your fruit when it grows. You get more aphids, insects. So the less really is more, because you get better fruit and you get better airflow. But it looks like the big lawn one that I did soaker hose here is really soaking down and around really well. So again, I think back there in my bean area, when I replace those hoses, I think we'll get better soaker drainage from those hoses. Here's our pepper plants, jalapenos. Got a lot that are red, and they're starting to shrivel up. They're just old. But then we have this new growth here. 2 plants. That's all you need. Trust me. If we were starting a factory and putting jalapeno jelly together and selling it, yeah, I'll do more than 2 plants, but 2 is all you need. This guy here, I need to go through. I think I need to take off the fruit. We'll cut that up. This is the bell pepper. I'm not in love with this variety. I think it's the Wonder. The bell peppers up there, I planted 2 green in with the beans. I planted 2 green and 2 orange. I'm excited to see how those grow and what the fruit looks like when they produce those. But I think here, like I did before, I just trim it back, because I think it's trying to grow and produce too much fruit. Look at that. That's too much for it to try to handle. So that needs some love and attention. We'll get it back on track. And then it's acting like it's not getting enough water. Well, it's probably because of all the stuff that's there. Need to water. I do have all my equipment. We got some more stuff in, and I can put some more soaker hose here. We're trying to grow beets here. This was chard I planted back in September. My mom did. And it's doing its thing. It's going fine. It lasted through our 2 weeks of winter. We had a very mild winter. And then over here, this is the cauliflower. That's a weed. Got to pluck it. I planted dill in here. I think even with a soaker hose, it doesn't broadcast the water well enough. So I think I'm just going to have to supplement every morning, get up and spray down areas where, it needs extra love and water attention. Here's the broccoli. And again, we've got some here where it's not watering, but yeah, that's it. And then dog poop. Then we got our lovely fox ferns, our pink, still don't know what, it's a ground cover. It's beautiful though. It's like pen roses. Give you another close up. Isn't that gorgeous? But it's like ground cover. They just take off. More and more. And I've got some other here's a fairy garden. I keep showing this. But I think I might move them down. I've got some other flowers from seeds that I want to try to plant. They have all different, sorry. My nose is dripping because it's cooler. But these flowers, they kind of bush up. And they have all different colors in them, so that would really be pretty. And our cat comes, we built a little perch here. Our cat will come and sit on the perch and look out. We used to have hummingbird feeders here, and it would come up and he'd watch the hummingbirds. Fox fern. Here's our strawberry plant. Got a strawberry. Here's other strawberries that are trying to grow. There's a green one. There's another green one back here. We got another one that's ripening. And parsley. And basil. No sign of radishes yet. I had my mom, my seed planter, put them in. I told her to put them a little deeper because we had a bunch of them pop up last time, but because they weren't deep enough, they wouldn't turn into bulbs for the radishes. That part would just not produce. So it was a waste, really. So we're going deeper, giving it some time. And when you're planting by seed, this is my biggest problem, is when you plant by seed, you tend to feel like the next day they should be popping out of the ground. And it doesn't work that way. I think the beans they'll shock you. Sometimes they'll just take a couple of days and then you'll start to see things popping up out of the ground. But sometimes it takes a couple of weeks. Don't get discouraged. Keep watering like you're going to see them. And hopefully, if you got a good batch of seeds, you'll get them to produce. What you smell? You about ready to go back inside? Get a drink of water? Get some wabas? The sun's coming out. Right there. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Coming over here. You could see the mountain range right over there. Really pretty. We'll always have that little view because there's really not any more construction that's going to happen that way. But if you follow the mountains clear over this way, you're going to see Mount Lemon, which is the highest Mount Lemon goes to is 10,000 feet, and they have snow up there. Have a good day.